Good morning, students. How are you? I hope you all are fine. Students, today we are going to start a new chapter, verb, kinds of verb. Students, do you remember what is verb? Yes, a verb is a word that tells us something about a person or thing. Okay, and a verb may tell us about a physical action, mental action, state of being, but a person or thing is or what something owns. Means verbs are doing words. They tells us what a person, animal or thing is, and it also tells us what a person, animal or thing has. Each and every sentence has verb. They may be made up of one word or more than one word. Okay, now look at the screen. Here I have some examples. Example number 1, monkeys are sitting. Here you can see we have two verbs, are and sitting. They are action words. Here monkeys are doing some action. Next example, monkeys are naughty. Here verb is are and monkeys is subject here, and here it gives us the answer what monkeys are. Okay, monkeys are naughty. Next example, monkeys have long tails. Here verb is have, and it tells us what the animal has. It tells us about the ownership. Let's see the chart. Here in action column you can see eat, slap, sit, sat. These are action words, and these verbs tells us about the action. And next, being, is, am, are, was, were. Next is possession, has, have, had. These are also helping verbs, and they tells us what someone owns. We use has, have, had for the ownership, to show the ownership. Let us see whether the underlined verbs show being, possession or action. Here, first example, Shreya has a doll. Shreya has a doll. Here we have verb has. And as you all know, verbs has, have, had shows us the possession. Next example, the fairy was beautiful. Here we have subject the fairy and verb is was. Verb was is being form of verb. It is showing us a state in which the fairy was. That means it is a being verb because it showing the state or condition in which the subject is, means in which the fairy is. It shows us the condition. And next example, Rohit can sing well. Here we have two verbs in one sentence. Subject is Rohit and verbs are can, sing. Can sing showing us an action. So in this sentence we have action verb. Next example, they were waiting for a bus. Here we have two verbs in this sentence. One is verb and second one is helping verb. Were and waiting, both are verbs. These are action verbs because they show us action. Use of action verbs. Action verbs are used to describe an action like run, cry, sleep, eat, smile. First example, he is eating chips. In this sentence, is eating showing us an action, so it is an action verb. Next example, he plays badminton. Here verb is plays and it also showing us an action. Next, Greg is kicking the ball. Here subject is Greg and is kicking are verbs. These are action verbs because they are showing us an action. Use of be verbs. Is, am, are, was and were are be verbs. And let me tell you the uses of be verbs. We use is with singular subject and are for plural subject, and we use am with I. Here you can see the first example, he is a good boy. Here he is singular subject, so we use here be verb is. Next, they are smart. Here we have plural subject they, so we use are, be verb are. And next, I am intelligent. Here we use verb am because we always use am only with I, and here subject is I, so we use here am. Is, am, are, was, were, they all are be verbs, and we use is, am, are when the sentence is in present tense. We use was with singular subject or with I in past tense. See the examples. He was a teacher. Here we have singular subject he and it is a past tense, so we use here was. Next, I was beautiful. Here we have subject I, and because it is a past tense, so we use here was. Next be verb is were, and we use were with plural subject. See the example, they were naughty boys. Here we have subject that is plural they, and we use were here because it is past tense. We use were with past tense and with plural subjects. Use of has, have or had. Students, they are used to tell what a person, animal or thing possesses now. Means it tells us about the ownership. Okay, and we use has and have for present tense. Has is used for singular subject and have for plural subjects. Here see the examples. She has a book. Here subject is singular, so we have used here has. Next example, they have toffees. Here subject is they, that is plural, so we add here had. Students, in past tense, to show the possession, we use had with the singular and plural, both kinds of subject. Okay? In these examples, we have subject she and they. She is singular and they is plural, but we use had for both. With singular and plural, both kinds of subjects, we use had in past tense. Now, look at the chart. Is mind map. Action. Examples eat, sleep, eating, going, and being. Is, am, are for present tense. Was, were for past tense. Is, was with singular subject. Are, were with plural subject, and am with I in present tense. And possession, the verbs that showing us possession. Has, have with present tense. Had with past tense. Has and had with singular subject. have and had with plural subjects. Students, now it's time to tell you about the kinds of verb. There are two kinds of verbs, transitive verb and intransitive verb. Read these sentences. First, the man killed. In this sentence, the verb alone doesn't make complete sense. Here we have verb killed, but it doesn't make complete sense because it is not giving us the answer of the question what. Okay, and if we give the answer of the question what, then the sentence is the man killed a snake. Here, what did the man kill? A snake. Now, the sense is clear by adding the object, that is a snake. Now, see the next example. Next, the hunter shot. Here verb is shot, but it is not giving us the complete sense. It is not giving us the answer of the question what. So, to know the complete sense, to make the complete sense, we had to add any object with the verb. If we write the hunter shot a tiger, then it gives us the complete sense. But without object, it doesn't shows us the complete sense. Next example, the boy pulled. Here verb is pulled, but the boy pulled, these words are not giving us complete sense, and we don't have the answer of the question what. So if we add the answer of the question what, then the sentence become the boy pulled the box. Now it giving us the complete sense. In all these three sentences, we have verbs killed, shot, pulled, but they are not giving us complete sense without adding any object. When we add snake, tiger and box as object, then they give us the exact meaning. So, a verb which requires an object after it to complete its sense is called a transitive verb. Means a transitive verb is a verb that requires an object to receive the action. Okay? If I am saying please bring, here we have verb bring, but it is not giving us complete sense. If we add object after the verb, then that verb gives us the complete sense. Here if I add object or receiver of the action, a glass of water, then it gives us complete sense. Please bring a glass of water, it gives us complete sense. Next, she made. Here we don't have any object, but if we add a cake, then it gives us complete sense. Here verb is made and it is transitive verb. Why it is transitive verb? Do you know? Yes, it is transitive verb because it is not giving us complete sense without adding any object. If we say she made, here we have verb, but it is not giving us complete sense. It gives us complete sense when we add object, a cake. Now it gives us complete sense. So, a transitive verb is a verb that requires an object to receive the action. Without any object, it doesn't give us any sense. Next example, Ram gave me a pen. Here verb is gave and pen is direct object. Here we have another object, that is me. It is indirect object. And students, in transitive verb we have direct object. It is compulsory to have direct object in transitive verbs. Okay, if we don't add any kind of object after Ram gave or Ram gave me, okay, we are not adding any kind of object, then it will not gives us complete sense. Okay, so we have to add any object to complete the sense. And to identify the transitive verb, always ask the question what, and when we have the answer of the question what, then you can say it is a transitive verb. In all these sentences, you can see we requires an object to complete the sense, otherwise there is no sense. These are meaningless verbs if we are not adding any object here. So we requires an object to receive the action in transitive verb. So you can say these are the transitive verbs. Now look at the screen and read these sentences. Fire burns. Number 2, the girl smiled. The sun shines, birds fly. In these sentences, the verbs by themselves make good sense and do not require objects after them to make complete sense. So students, the verb used without an object is called an intransitive verbs, or you can say a verb which does not require an object to complete its sense but makes good sense by itself is called an intransitive verb. Clear students? Cry, die, laugh, live, run, go, come, sit, sleep, stand. These are some examples of intransitive verbs. I hope you all understood what is transitive verb and what is intransitive verb. Transitive verb always requires an object after it to complete its sense, and intransitive verb doesn't require an object to complete its sense. Now read these sentences. A dog is an animal. A thief always lives in fear. The woman became sad. In these sentences, the verbs is, lives, became do not make complete sense by themselves. Something is added to each verb to complete the sense, but these verbs do not require objects after them to complete their sense. They require other words to complete the sense. Means verbs that do not make a complete sense without any extra words or phrases, they are called verbs of incomplete predication. Means these verbs need some words or phrases to complete the sense. They don't have need of any object here, but they need some words and phrases to complete the sense. These kinds of verbs are called verbs of incomplete predication. And the word or phrase that we add after the verb is called the complement. Means a complement is that which completes the predicate. Now it's time to do exercise. Circle the verbs in the following sentences and write in each case whether it is transitive or intransitive. Here I am not circling the verb, I am just write the verb below the sentence and then I will write the kind of verb. First one is they ran a race. Here verb is ran and it is a transitive verb. Do you know students why it is transitive verb? Yes, because it needs an object to complete the sense, so it is a transitive verb. See, if we remove the object here, then it will not give us the complete sense. They ran. It is not giving us the complete sense. We requires an object after the verb to complete the sense. So it is a transitive verb. And ask the question what. If you ask the question what, then you can easily identify is it transitive verb or intransitive verb. Here if we ask the question they run what, then we have the answer of this question a race. So it is a transitive verb. Next example, number 2. She smiled gracefully. Here we have verb smiled and she smiled. If we write she smiled, it gives us complete sense without any object. Means it doesn't need any kind of object after the verb to complete the sense. So it is an intransitive verb. Next, the guard blew the whistle. Here the verb is blew, and because if we are not adding any object here, then it is not giving us the complete sense. The guard blew, it is not giving us the complete sense. So here we need an object to complete the sense. So it is a transitive verb. And if we ask the question what, the guard blew what, then we have the answer of the question what, that is the whistle. And when we have the answer of the question what, it means it is a transitive verb. Next example, the stars twinkle at night. Here we have verb twinkle, and if we write the stars twinkle, then it gives us the complete sense. Here we don't have any object, we don't have any receiver of the action, so it is an intransitive verb. Next, the elephant trumpeted loudly. Here verb is trumpeted and it is an intransitive verb because it gives us complete sense without any object. Next example, the fire burns. Here we have verb burns and it is an intransitive verb because we don't have any kind of object after the verb, and it gives us good sense without any object. So it is an intransitive verb. Next example, the player kicked the ball. Here we have verb kicked and after verb we have object the ball. Here we have receiver of the action, that is the ball. So it is a transitive verb. If we ask the question the player kicked what, then we have the answer the ball. So when we have the answer of the question what, then it is transitive verb. So it is a transitive verb. I hope by doing these exercises and explanations you all understood the topic, and now you all are able to give the answers of all the exercises related to the verb and kinds of verb. Thank you so much for joining the class. Have a nice day.